Hi, welcome to the Comfy Red Couch. My name is Tracy and I'm your host. I am coming to you from Toronto, where today I have decided we are going to turn this episode upside down. So we're going to start off doing things a little bit differently. So as I said, my name is Tracy and this is the Comfy Red Couch. As you can see, that's where I'm sitting. And today I've got some things to show you. I've got some things to talk about and lots of works in progress and material to show, so should be a fun jam-packed episode. So I'm really excited about getting started. And if you would like to find me on Ravelry, I am Tracy RR, TRACEYRR, not a pirate, and I am Comfy Red Couch on Instagram. So I am ready to start this episode, and as I said, I'm going to turn it upside down. So today we are going to start off with True Confessions. Okay, off the bat, it is time to get serious. This week has seen a complete change in my knitting. This week, I have become a very loose knitter. And I am not talking about my gauge. Where previously I had been a very monogamous knitter, where I might have, two, maybe 3 projects on the go. So, a pair of socks, a major project, and maybe something else. I mean, if I was living life dangerously, maybe something else. This week sees me having 2 rows of whips in Ravelry. I have become so promiscuous in my knitting. I have a basket full of project bags full of whips to show this week. It's crazy. I mean, I am completely out of my comfort zone, but in some ways I'm kind of liking it because I'm getting some things done, and when I get a little bit bored, I can pick something else up. I'm not sure if this is going to be a change in lifestyle, but got a lot to talk about today. So, as I said, I've got to turn things upside down because this is this week's True Confession. After spilling my guts about my new knitting habits, it's now time for some tea. And I've gone all out this week. I have decided that I'm actually making a pot of tea because I'm going to need it. And I have my little hedgehog mug. So I'll just top up my little mug there, put my teapot back, and some much needed caffeine. So, you've seen this mug before, so this is my hedgehog mug, and I'm going to add some more to the collection today. So today on Teatime, I'm going to put my tea down. I have a little bag of goodies to show you this week. So I did allude last week during my Roll Up the Rim Tim Hortons tea talk, and I said that I had bought something, and I did. So last week, I bought myself something here for my birthday. And my birthday was yesterday, but I haven't opened this yet because I thought, you know what? I already know what's inside, but it's a little bit more fun maybe to open it with some friends. So, opening we go. Inside, some beautiful wrap. I told you I went to Pippin's, which is a store on Queen Street East in Toronto, and it's a lovely little tea store, and they have tea wares and teas and lots of lovely things. So, as I said, you will remember my hedgehog mug that I got in England last year, and I've got a couple other mugs with dogs and little birds on it, and I don't want to break these because I do know what's inside, and there's lots of crinkling happening, and I don't think I'm going to apologize for it because crinkling means good things. So I bought a little bunny mug, and so these are the Royal Worcester Rendale designs, and make sure it's the right way. So I bought a cute little rabbit mug for myself, or to go with my collection, so that if I have a tea party, we can all have little cup of tea. And then I did get another one that was just too cute to pass up. Down there. And it's a little putty tat. So, sweet little kitty. Kitty's inside. And again, Rendale Designs. I don't think I showed you the bunny inside this one there. So, now I've got some mugs so that you can come over and join me for some tea. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, so I didn't stop there because I knew I wanted to get myself something really special. So last week I bought myself those mugs, and this is Sloan. And Sloan is a company from Canada, and they make lovely tea, and they do bags, and they've got some new branding packaging here. This is the Heavenly Cream, and that's what I bought. I love their Heavenly Cream. It's a cream of Earl Grey. I think I talked about it before. I did open this box already, and so it just slides open. There's little sachets inside, and there's sort of a silk wrapped or nice fabric wrapped tea bag with some loose leaf tea inside, and when you do open it, it does smell heavenly. So I did buy myself some bags of those, but I also bought the loose leaf version, and they've changed their packaging a little bit, which is great. I mean, they always had these beautiful tins, but they now have this topper on top, which is great because it's metal and it helps sort of to secure the tea, because what I found before was it would always go on the edges here and spill out when even with the lid shut. So I'm glad that they've got this. Oh, it smells so nice. And lovely black Heavenly Cream inside, so a cream of Earl Grey. So I did buy myself this and the bags last week, and I really enjoyed one of the bags earlier this week, yesterday actually, and so I jumped on the internet and said to my son, when you're out today, if you happen to see a box with the variety pack, I wanted him to get it because I wanted to see wanted to try some of the other flavors, but they didn't find it. So while he was out, what they did was they bought me a couple more of these, but they also bought me some tea filters so that when I want to just put some loose tea in the bag, I can do that, throw it in my cup and head out and go. So I'm excited to try these ones because I do have the David's ones and I have the Finem ones, but I'm interested to see if I like these ones better. I also have the filters for, and I talked about it on the podcast before, the French tea, in the nice tins. Oh, I can't remember. I'll put it on the bottom. Anyway, so I'm trying to find the filter I like the best, but so there's trying all different types. So anyway, that was my gift to myself, my 2 mugs and one of these, and as I said, as a gift from my family, they gave me 2 more of these, which this one, so lovely, and some filters. So lots of Heavenly Cream tea by Sloan in my future. So yay, can't have enough of that. Staying in the spirit of keeping things upside down, it's now time for brown paper packages. And this week I was expecting a lot of mail to come. I've been ordering some things because, as I said, it was my birthday, so I kind of let that be a license to buy some things, and they didn't all arrive. So I got a few things, but not everything I was hoping for. So I got a little package on Monday, I got a little package on Tuesday, I got a little package on Wednesday, and then it stopped. So I'm expecting Monday everything to come in, and then so next week will be like a bonanza. We'll have to have like a princess party or something like that. So anyway, on Monday I got my sock replacement needle, and I didn't really talk about this, but when I was on my camping trip a few weeks ago, I was knitting on my Beauty and the Beast socks, and unfortunately the stock and the cable came apart, and so when I got home I contacted Signature, and I just had to send a photograph showing that it was broken, and they were really great about replacing it. So I do love these needles, but I was a little bit sad that had happened, but they have a great replacement policy. So my new Signature needle, and I haven't used it yet, so maybe I'll get something cast onto these to add to my crazy amount of works in progress. So that came on Monday in a little box, and then on Tuesday in a little box came some patterns from Butterick Vogue and McCall's, and I'm going to actually put those into my Material Girl segment, which is going to be super huge. And then Wednesday I got some really cute things that came in the mail, and I got some super miniatures. So I had gone a little bit crazy a few weeks ago and bought a bunch of really cute ones. I'm going to keep some of them in the package, and then I will show you some individual ones. So these ones I'm going to keep in the package, and these are lots of little ice cream cones and popsicles. So there's an orange-sicle there and a strawberry-sicle there, and then lots of different flavors of ice cream. So I thought that would be kind of fun to put like on a bigger project where you've got different flavors of ice cream going around. So that was one thing. And then I bought the chocolate and vanilla cupcakes. So fitting that it arrived this week. So I have my cute little springtime chocolate and vanilla, and I think this was part of the May sunflower collection. And I also, in the spirit of ice cream, got the little snow cone. And what I loved about the snow cone was just this little shiny, let's see if that focuses a bit better. No, probably not. Anyway, so just a fun, I like the little glittery ice bits on the top. So my little snow cone. And then these ones are just too cute. I got some little cocktails. So I got a little margarita. I don't know if this is blue curacao. A blue umbrella drink. And it even has the little umbrella on it. So cute. And then I got, this one's harder to see, a little coconut drink, and inside is fun pink drink. And then of course no drink collection is complete without the requisite pina colada, and so I'm going to talk about pina coladas in my works in progress as well. So fitting that I got this as well. So this those were the drink series, and then of course we all know I love my tea, and so when I was able to get some green tea with lemon, that had to go in my cart. And I also got the special springtime May sunflower tea as well. So and both of those have the rose gold clasp, because I love rose gold. Although I have to say, on the iPods and iPads, I don't like it. But I've actually taken my rings off this summer. My fingers were all really swelled, but normally I have a rose gold ring on this hand, and then I've got my wedding ring on this hand. But yeah, I took them off just because they were feeling a little bit uncomfortable. And so, because I had ordered quite a bit, I was actually sent a little gift, which was a milkshake with a donut on top. I don't know that I would ever really want to eat a milkshake with a donut on top, but certainly a nice thing to get in my package. And what I might do is put this one aside as a giveaway at some point. So we've already had one giveaway for the first 100 subscribers, and So I don't know when my next giveaway will be, but I might just put that in to be a prize for a giveaway. So we'll see how that goes. So anyway, those were some of the things that I got in my Super Miniatures. As I said, I did get the ice cream pack as well. So I have lots of miniatures to choose from, and I'm actually going to add one onto a project today. So I'll keep those open. And that was brown paper packages this week. So not as, like I said, I was expecting a bumper amount of mail this week, a bunch of red letter days, but just some small boxes that, no yarn. I know, weird. And I have no yarn to show on brown paper packages. It's so strange. So anyway, I think I have to go to the yarn store today and maybe get something to make up for the lack of yarn this week. So anyway, that was brown paper packages, and because we're going backwards, it's now my favorite things time. And on my favorite things, I get to talk about all of these lovely works in progress that are in this basket and filling up the basket, in fact. As I showed you earlier, I have a basket full of whips for my favorite things, and right on top is the My Favorite Things bag, which I showed you last week, so you all know that this whip is sort of complete, but I didn't get to blocking it this week. But I wanted to also talk about the yarn. So last week I showed the yarn, but I didn't actually tell you what it was except for in the written captions underneath. So this is yarn by Circus Tonic, and and I got the name wrong on the gray one. So let's actually get the right one. So this is the Circus Tonic ball band, and the gray one right there. I had said it was gray Baron Goose, but it's Cape Baron Goose. And I showed it last week. It's a lovely gray. It's got blue in it. It's got little bits of purple. Really lovely to work with, soft. And I had also shown Laughing Turtle Dove, although I think I might have called it Laughing Turtle Doves last week. And it is just the most gorgeous pink. So there will be some Circus Tonic kits for the Shawl Society 4. And so if you're able to get this yarn, it is lovely, not only to look at, but also to work with as well. So I was very, very lucky to have a chance to work with this. So the next whip in my basket filled with works in progress, you will remember last week I showed you the yarn for my second Shawl Society 4. And as you can tell, these are now balled up, ends are cut, much smaller than last week, so that must mean one thing. I have a finished object, which I can't show you. So this is the second Shawl Society 4, so I now have 2 of them. So both are still in the bags, need to be blocked, photographed, and ready to be shown on August 3rd in photographs, and then the podcast I do after the release date, I will show both of these shawls, and I'm really, really excited about doing that. So the yarn I chose, and I talked about it a bit last week, was the Nora George BFL Silk, and it's gone a little bit crazy here. So I used raspberry, which was lovely to work with, and there were lovely little pops of red. I guess on the BFL Silk, it doesn't look as raspberry as it does on other bases, but so I keep thinking of this as like more like a pink grapefruit. And then last week, yes, I got my yellow on, and I used the pollen, and you know, I have to say, I had a really hard time putting this version down, which world is upside down. My plan for this second Shawl Society was to do 5 to 10% a day leading up to the release of the second one, and of course giving myself enough time to make sure it was finished so I could get it blocked. I couldn't put it down, even with yellow, and there were lovely little bits of orange and stuff that kept me going. I did get to a point about 45% where I did start to get a little bit like, okay, I've had enough of yellow. Thankfully, I was able to temper it with some pink, and but yeah, it'll be a really lovely shawl. I ended up sort of nicknaming it Pink Lemonade as I was working through it, and because it really just looks like pink grapefruits and pink lemonade, and so that was my sort of pet name for it. It is actually going to be called Brighter Reflections, and my first one I believe is called Divine Reflections, something like that. So for my project names, and so Brighter Reflections is definitely brighter and fun, and oh, this this yarn was amazing to work with. And at one point I sent Tracy a message on Instagram, and I said basically, do you ever like get that to that point when you're knitting and you want to swear, but in a good way? So, you know, like all these expletives are coming out of your mouth, but they're not like bad way. They're like this was expletive, amazing to work with. So yeah, that was that was how I felt about working with the Nora George BFL silk. So and I just, oh my gosh, yay, love it. So I'm excited to share this one, and so a couple more weeks, about a week and a half, give or take a couple days, and we will have a couple of Shawl Society 3 projects to show for you. Next in my lovely whip bag, I think we will talk about this one. And this one I showed you 2 weeks ago, showed again last week, and this was the brioche shawl that I'm doing, the Lemon Difficult. And I put a marker on it last week so that I could say I had done some progress. And I did do a little bit, but I really was focused on the Shawl Society 4 and getting that done. So I didn't put as much love into this as I would have liked, but I mean, there's only so much time in a week. So here is my lovely little honeycomb marker. I'm now down to here. As I said when I was in my brown paper packages, I'm actually going to put another one on here too, because that sort of helped me at least pick it up and get some of it done during the week. So I think I'm going to put a snow cone on this, snow cone with rose gold, and put that on a couple stitches here so that it doesn't, they're very heavy. There we go. So I now have my honeycomb, and I have my snow cone, and hopefully next week there will be some more progress on this. And this is the Lichen and Lace Wildflowers on this side, and it is the Lichen and Lace Calm Waters on this side. And I'm going to, kind of excited about this now because one of my other whips, and I'm going to show that one now, in my fun Vespa bag that I actually got off of the Nora George website. It's such a cute bag, and it's got these beautiful polka dots, purple polka dots inside, and so I do love this bag. And inside is something also in Calm Waters by Lichen and Lace, and this is, so I will have a brioche shawl made with these, and I'm going to have a hat, which I am able to show you, but it's certainly not complete yet. And so this is also, as I said, the Lichen and Lace, and this is their worsted weight yarn. It's really squishy and bouncy. And so this is a pattern that is being test knit right now, and it is by Mary Annarella of Lyrical Knits, and she had on her Instagram had a photograph of her hat as a work in progress, and I saw it and I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I would love to test knit that. And so later in the week on her Instagram she put out a call for test knitters, and I begged. I just, Please, 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 pretty please. And I'm not kidding. I really wanted to knit this hat. And when I first got the pattern, so I guess with Lyrical Knits, Mary likes to try and have some sort of musical, a musical name to it if possible. And so when I got the pattern, it was the hat with no name. Since then, all I have had going through my head is that Horse with No Name song. You know, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. Da 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 da. Yeah, earworm all week long. And anyway, so it is a beautiful, beautiful pattern. Once it's all done, it's got cables. Let me see if I can grab the pattern cover with a photograph on it. Yes. So when I got it, it was called The Hat with No Name, and that is what it will look like, but of course mine will be beautiful blue. The pattern is now called If You Like Pina Coladas. So maybe I should, just in its honor, put on my If You Like Pina Coladas, do, and wearing hats in July. Anyway, so I should probably put my pina colada on my hat. So since I'm doing this putting these all on anyway. So yeah, so I begged to do this test knit because I don't have enough to do. It is you know, I thought, oh yeah, it's a hat, I'll get it off. It's been a little bit more complicated than, there we go, If You Like Pina Coladas. So it's been a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. It's not that I can't do cables. I can, I just don't do them a lot. So for me, it's really having to take my time. And I think I spent over an hour on round 17 yesterday. And that's not from the knitting, that's because I was getting distracted with Instagram and finding other things to do, because for some reason I just did not like round 17. So I do one repeat, put it down, go off, do something, come back, do another repeat. So anyway, the Hat with No Name will be released sometime in August, I believe, early August. And Mary has used cotton as her test, and I really wanted to use wool because I wanted it to match my brioche shawl so that I can wear them together. And so yeah, so that was sort of an unexpected thing that went on my needles this week, but definitely I'm happy that I am getting it done. I actually cast this on Nathaniel's birthday. Nathaniel's birthday is Friday, and because he's my little blue boy. I think I've got a really lame name on Ravelry. It's Blue Hats in July, because, you know, I had a little blue hat baby in July, because that's what they do when you're in the hospital. They put a little blue hat on. So I don't know what to name it. Blue Hats in July, I guess, might just have to be it. But if anybody can make blue carousel and pina coladas, who knows? That would be a nice thing. Anyway, so this is one of the things that is on my needles as well. So 2 project bags dealt with, and of course now I have to just take a moment and pop everything in my bag. Okay, so if this was my celebrating my Labor Day cast on, so Nathaniel's birthday cast on, this one was my birthday cast on, and I can't show it to you. So this is the Shawl Society 5, and so I'm really excited to say that I finally got it cast on, and I'm hoping it won't take too long. Actually, I think I'm only going to make one of these. But so I cast this on last night while it was still my birthday, and I got to 5%. It is a big bag, so you can gather what you will. I'm not sure about one of the skeins that I have in here. So I might just pop over to the Purple Pearl and see about switching for something a little bit different. And that's all I can say on that, other than I gave it a project name yesterday because, as I said, I did cast it on my birthday. So this one is called Make a Wish. And so in September, I'll be able to share this. And I guess I'll sort of tease in the meantime when I'm able to show you the yarn. Hopefully it'll all be cut loose from the project by then. I will show you the yarn then. So, but until then, it stays in the bag except for when I'm working on it and the camera is not on. So, in my fun flower bag. Okay, so in the spirit of turning the world upside down, we're going to do a second tea time. And we are still drinking the Heavenly Cream, but I have a little guest with Nathaniel. And Nathaniel, what mug are you drinking out of?
Peter Rabbit.
The Peter Rabbit, and it says Peter, Ran, and Ran.
That you can see here.
Yeah.
And it's basically 2 Peter Rabbits.
It's 2 Peter Rabbits, because 1 Peter Rabbit isn't enough. Okay, so...
And that's the mug.
So that's your special cup. Mm-hmm. And was Peter Rabbit a good little rabbit?
No.
No. Did he always do what his mommy told him?
Sometimes.
Sometimes? But he was often very...
Naughty.
Now let's tell a little story about what happened the other day on the eve of your 8th birthday.
No, thank you.
Yes, we will. So your Gramps was over and was playing a game with you, and he said, "Repeat after me."
When I am 8 years old tomorrow, I will be a very moderate little boy. And I said...
In the repetition, you said...
When I am 8 years old, I will be a very naughty little boy. When I am 8 years old.
Ah. Like who?
Peter Rabbit.
Mm-hmm. Like Peter Rabbit. On the It's a Softness segment this week, I only have 1 pair of socks to share and not a heck of a lot of progress. A little progress, but not a lot. So if you've tuned in before, you'll know that I am working on my Slytherin socks. This is Nora George on Super Sock. And last week I had done the leg and turned a heel, and I was working in the gusset, and I was slowly reducing down my stitches. And so I am now reduced down, so I've probably done about 1.5 inches of stockinette stitch this week, and that's all I've got to share in sock progress. I was kind of hoping to get at least 1 full finished, but from all the works in progress I cast on this week, I didn't spend as much time as I would have liked on my lovely sock. But I do have some time this week. I've got children away, so perhaps I will get a sock done. And because I've got the other, the second Shawl Society done, I've got some more time to do this. The hat probably won't take very long now that I'm, pretty close to being finished. Actually, I'm not quite halfway, but close. But so maybe next week we'll have some sock progress. So another really fun thing that happened this week in It's a Softness is that I decided that I wanted to ask my mom for the Find Your Fade pattern for my birthday. I didn't want any little tchotchkes because I don't really need any more things around the house. I do have quite a bit of yarn. I've got lots of fabric now too, and I thought, what I really wanted was the Find Your Fade pattern because I had bought all that yarn for it, and sometimes, you need the pattern to use the yarn, and so I sent her an email and I said, if you're really looking for something to give me, that would be ideal. And so my sister helped her get that for me, and so that was in my email. But while I was doing that, I went into my cart on Ravelry, and what I do on Ravelry is I just sort of have a cart that always has something in it. So if I see a pattern I really, really like, instead of putting it in my favorites, I put it in my cart. and I think I had 24 or 23, something like that, in my cart that evening. And so while I was looking through, and I'll go back every once in a while, I'll cull it down a little bit, or I'll add, add then cull then add. That's kind of how it goes. And so on this evening, when I was sort of looking at the Find Your Fade and trying to figure out what I want, see if there was anything else that I really liked, I saw that Olivia from This Handmade Life had a sale on, and the wildflowers and honeycomb sock pattern that she has was in my cart. And at various times her other socks had also been in my cart because they were toe up, I thought, oh, I don't know that I want to quite go to toe up yet, so I thought I would start off with the one. But of course it was just sitting in my cart. And then I saw the little note underneath saying that she was having a sale until the 22nd. I'm sorry to say the 22nd was yesterday, so the sale's no longer on. But, and it was her birthday sale, so she had a sale up until the 22nd, and I thought, do we have the same birthday? So I popped over to her Ravelry page, and yes, indeed, Olivia and I share the same birthday. And so I sent her a little Rav message saying, we have the same birthday, and I was just sort of telling her how I discovered that while culling my cart. And she asked me if, as a gift, I would like not just wildflowers and honeycomb, because that would have been amazing as it was. She gifted me every single one of her sock patterns. Amazing, right? Just for sharing the same birthday. So that was so kind of Olivia. And usually I kind of go, oh, it's okay. But you know what? I decided I was going to graciously accept. And I know that Deb has been doing some of the Tink Hickman has been doing some of the patterns from Olivia, and doing some of the lovely Miss Marple patterns, because it's a Miss Marple series. And I know that Sarah of Cauldron of Colors has been dyeing up special yarn for those fun socks as well. So I was not going to say no. Absolutely not. It was just such a kind thing. So so I did, as you can see, I did get Find Your Fade for my birthday from my mom, but I also got Wildflowers and Honeycomb, Tea and Scandal, St. Mary Mead, Sixpence, Primrose, Bluebird Cafe, and At the Vicarage. So they're all really beautiful sock patterns. Some of them are toe up, some of them are top down, but so I'm slowly going to get to them. So really huge thanks, Olivia. That was really kind of you, and I was really happy to share a birthday with you for sure, and I hope you had a lovely day just like I did yesterday. So thank you. So it's a Softness, and I've got some sock patterns still in the middle of this one, but eventually we'll get them all done. Where normally Material Girl is the first thing off the top in the podcast, we're actually ending off with Material Girl this week, and I've got a lot to show, and there's going to be some crinkling happening. So I did say on brown paper packages that I got some patterns from McCall's and Butterick. They had another sale, so the McCall's and Butterick patterns were $1.99, and the Vogue ones were $4.99. Shipping was $15, but in the grand scheme of things, I saved a lot of money. So on the McCall side, I bought just a regular skirt pattern, because I figured it's always good to have a skirt pattern. And I bought a Butterick dress pattern here. So I should probably tell you what numbers they are. I will put them in the bottom, of course, as I always do. So M7631 is the skirt pattern. B6480 is just a very simple dress pattern, and I got another very easy Vogue simple dress pattern, and that one is V9196. And then I thought this was a really cute dress. This is V1484, and just a cute little dress. I don't think I would do the sheer at the top, and I might add a little bit of length so that it's not above my knees too much. And but I did like how it sort of fit there. And then I got some more vintage patterns again. So I got V9105. And so this one's sort of an interesting bit where it's got the diagonal at the cross at the top with the buttons. So not sure when I'll get to it, but eventually. And then I did get some of the patterns by Gertie as well. So I got this one here, which is B6322. I got B6483. I love that pink. And I got B6484. It's a little bit more 80-ish, I think, than earlier, but with that drop waist. But I thought always good to have in the collection, and the price was right. And this is my favorite one. I love this McCall's one. So this is M7599, and I just love the this version here with the shoulder straps, with the wider shoulder straps. And so I thought that would be a really fun one to do. And so for $1.99, it's always a nice one to add, and probably this will be one of the first ones I do out of the collection of patterns. My patterns are growing by far, though. I have a very big box of fabric to share with you this week, and I talked a little bit about this last week when I talked about the Sally dress that I will be making for my niece Violet. And so there are many different variations, and of course it's not quite capturing very well. There are many different variations. You can sort of mix and match things around. So my sister-in-law and I chose out some fabrics to make a couple of dresses for Violet. And you've seen this material before because I bought one to make myself a dress. But when Violet saw this, she said, "Ooh, pretty." And so we thought we would get one of these. And I think we'll just do a straight dress. Although we might add pockets in a different color if we can find some material. I know there's some material that my sister-in-law really, really likes. And so if she's able to source it, we'll definitely add the pockets on to this one. And the other one we got for Violet is the pink cats. Make sure I've got there. So I talked about this material last week in that I saw that Kristen of Woolenvine had ordered the black of this, and I thought, oh no, I've got to get, I gave my sister-in-law a call, and we got online really quick and did the order. So my sister-in-law really liked the pink version, so we went with the cats. And then for the pockets, and you've seen this material before because I have some, this is the black teacups, the Mad Hatter Tea Party. So Alice in Wonderland and the Tea Party on top of the cats. We thought we'd go with an Alice in Wonderland themed dress. So these will be the pockets, and this will be probably the rest of the body of the dress, but I'm not 100% sure. So I think this is the one I'm doing first. And then we'll see. And what my sister-in-law would like to do is find the white version of the teacups to put on top of the castles here, because of course the black on here just wouldn't go, but there is a white version of this. So she's trying to source that. So that's for Violet. And the rest of the box, because if you're going to have a box of fabric sent, you might as well fill it up, right? With stuff for me. So same as the black, but this is a pink version. It was on sale, so I thought it was a really pretty, and who knows what I'll make with it. But this is the From Porto with Love series, and so I got some pinky peach. Okay. And so these are all cotton and steel fabrics that I've got. Some are Rifle Paper Company, but so this is the tulips one. So again, I like me some pink. But I did get some other colors as well because I did want to change it up a little bit. And I just loved this carousel one, and it was a fairly good price, so I got this one. And this is the one that sparked it all off. So this is the Black Cats. And so this is the Halloween one for this year. And just plain black with the little cat faces. I could not resist. I just had to have this. So I got 6 yards of it. And because I figured I'd rather have more than not enough. And so I have that to make something fun. And then, these are both so fun. I had a hard time deciding between, this is a Wonderland rifle paper company one, Wonderland, one of the Wonderland patterns. And the little flowers, they look like they're yellow here, they're actually gold. And so this is just such there was a red version, sort of like a rust version, and then this olivey green, and I like it. So that's what I got. And then, I've talked about this before. My favorite color is blue, although I don't use it as often as you think I would. And I do love lemons, so this is another one of the Portugal from Porto with Love patterns, and it is blue lemons and just a fun, that'll make a really nice dress with the overall pattern. So I definitely wanted to get these 2, these 3, and then I added as I went along. So a huge box of fabric this week, and so although I have to say I did not get any sewing done, I did not even get my date with the seam ripper set yet, so got to do that, and I've got lots to do, lots to keep me busy, and I'm excited to, make some time to do that. As I said, the kids are going to be away this week, so hopefully I'll have a lot of guilt-free me time happening, so that'll always be good. That's always a good thing when you have guilt-free me time. So anyway, lots of fun, bright colors. As I said, I mixed and matched my colors. I have a couple dresses to make for Violet, and I'm so excited to start too. So anyway, that is my my haul for the week. That was a pretty good fabric haul, I have to say. Thank you so much for joining me this week on the comfy red couch, where I turned everything upside down and mixed it up quite a bit. I hope that you have a wonderful week planned ahead. Huge thank you for coming and spending some time with me today. I hope you did get that cup of tea that you probably very much needed, and had that lovely craft time to just sit, relax, take that me time, guilt-free me time for yourself. And I hope to see you next week on the comfy red couch, when hopefully the world will be turned right side up again. Bye.
I hear a drinking song they're singing. The world turned upside down. 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 Down, 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 down. We got freedom for planet. Down, down, down. Just illumination, gotta meet my son. Down, down.